What's going on, you guys? This is Eric Cuts for the Win. This is the Gasha-dokuro? Dokuro? I don't know how you say it. I'm probably butchering all these names when it comes to Nioh. I always have to check just even how to spell them. I'll have to check it over and over because I don't want to misspell. But anyways, this boss, I did not have any live commentary, so I figured I'd do a post commentary because it's a really long fight and I don't know if people would want to sit through it. My Nioh boss fights don't get like crazy attention, they don't get a lot of views, but I'm not trying to make that even more so, I'm trying to make these entertaining. I'm trying to give you guys something to kind of think about and listen to as you watch, instead of just, seeing this for like 10 minutes or whatever. It's a pretty long fight, and obviously you can see why. I mean, this thing is huge. I have to kind of hack away at its feet. And then these masters or whatever, these people that are helping me, they bring it down with their powers, and then I have to go and hit its face. But of course, as I'm playing, I'm taking the wrong route right here. I don't know where I'm at. I couldn't get over there in time, so I kind of missed that first opportunity, which of course makes the fight even longer. But once I figure out the path, then it goes pretty smooth from there. I didn't really have a hard time with this boss. I believe this is my third try. I feel like when it comes to Nioh, there's a lot of bosses I take out in 3 tries. I don't know, 3 seems to be the number. So again, with this boss, 3 tries, and it wasn't really that big of a deal. I didn't know about the circles on the floor, those little ranges of areas where you can stand there, and I believe he won't step on you if you do that. So if you are looking for tips, try that out, because my husband told me about that. He used that method, that tactic, and I had no idea really what those things were. Like, I had a feeling they were helping me, but I thought maybe they were kind of just giving me more power in some way. I didn't know. I didn't really know what they were doing. So I was just focusing on the boss. I wasn't really focusing on those. And I was just trying to move out of the way because he has this tail swipe that he does, which is really deadly. And he's really strong, of course, because he's so damn big. So here I am, about to hit his head or whatever. I guess I'm giving you a play-by-play now. And I'm not the most leveled up person when it comes to this game. I'm actually really underleveled at this point. A lot of it's just due to me not having the time to farm, not having the time to really do a lot of side missions. I've done a few. I fought a couple, side bosses and things like that. But when it comes to Twilight missions, co-op, and things like that, I just really haven't had the time to put in. So I'm kind of going through the motions as fast as I can, not trying to rush it, but I'm not really farming. So when it comes to these missions, I'm like 20 levels below the recommended. I'm pretty underleveled. So when I put in damage to these bosses, it doesn't seem like a lot. I've noticed that, some of these boss fights are taking longer than other people when they're fighting these bosses. So it's just me being underleveled, and it's not really a big deal. Like I said, I beat this in 3 tries, so obviously, he's not that hard. It's just that things are taking longer, and I definitely can tell that I'm not putting in that much damage, and that could be, the reason I die. It really can. It could be life or death. So yeah, when it comes to the rest of the game, I'm gonna do my best to beat this pretty soon. Again, I'm not rushing. It's just, there's a lot of games to play. We all know this. I've talked about this already. It's overwhelming, and I really love this game, so that's the reason why I haven't really rushed it. I've been taking my time and just enjoying when I do play. This boss overall, it was okay. I didn't like it that much, but I didn't hate it. It was just kind of one of those things that, it's creative, I guess. It's big. The scope of it is really big. And it's impressive, but as far as memorable bosses or awesome just moves that he has, they were pretty basic. It wasn't anything to really, awe about or go crazy about, but it was a decent boss, I guess, and considering what it does for the story and everything, I enjoyed that. I enjoyed the masters. I don't really know what to call them, but I enjoyed them helping and being a part of the story, me being the center of it. You can see how they're helping again. They bring it down, so it gives me the opportunity to put in some hits, and it's going to take a minute. I'm looking at his health bar like, damn, I'm out of breath. I'm like talking forever. I feel like I've been talking for like 8 minutes, but it hasn't been that long. It just feels that way because I don't really know what else to talk about. I just wanted to give you guys something to listen to. I don't know how long I'll go, but it at least, trims down the time of just the boss fight and nothing else. Because it is a really long one. It's probably the longest boss fight, of the game, at least for me. Because, like I said, I'm underleveled. That could just be the reason it's so damn long. But pretty basic. I mean, you wait for those hands to come down, hit them, and you put in enough damage, and then the other guys will help. Then you can go in, and hit the head or whatever. And that's pretty much it. Honestly, I just kept my focus on him and where his hands were at. And I just kept moving. I didn't stay in one spot for too long. I kept blocking whenever I was kind of keeping still because just in case something hit me. There's these little minions that he spawns or they kind of come out of nowhere. These little demon heads that are roaming around. I didn't really focus too much on them. I just did my best to keep moving. And it just kind of worked itself out. I kept moving. I missed their arrows or I missed the demon heads and I wasn't really getting burned too much. There were a couple times they caught me and it was annoying. As you can see coming up, I think I get hit. But other than that, if I had the chance, I would take them out. And if not, I just kept moving. So if you're looking for tips on how to beat this guy, you're underleveled like me, just keep moving and keep healing, manage everything really well. And don't be obviously greedy. That's for every boss fight. But don't think that you have to beat this thing right away because it's going to take a while. You can see it's going to take a while. Get used to it. Just as long as you beat him. There's no rush. Just beat the guy, move on. That's how I kind of felt. I was like, let me just beat this thing and move on through the story because this boss is just okay. It's not the greatest thing ever because there's some bosses that are really awesome. And I don't mind dying a lot because I want to keep fighting them. Like I want it to keep going. It's just this weird thing about me. I know some people are like, I have to beat them right away. And they can't take anything else otherwise. Like they just feel like they have to beat them the first try. I'm not really like that. If I really like the boss, I don't mind going for like 8 tries. That's cool for me because I get to experience more with the boss. This one, however, I just kind of wanted to get through it. I was like, man, I'm not going to go through this again because it's a really long fight and I'm already getting, enough experience. I've had enough to remember this guy by. You know what I mean? I don't need any more. I'm good. So this was the 3rd try. I think the first try I got stepped on, died. The second time, I don't remember what happened. Probably just got hit by the hands and I don't know. It was really quick though. But this fight was going the longest. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to beat this guy. I don't care what I have to do. I even used my medicines because I ran out of elixirs. So that's when you know it's real. That's when you know I'm getting it done no matter what. Because if I go through my medicines, which are really hard to come by the way, that means I want to kill this guy by any means. So that's what ended up happening. I guess I'll just go ahead and end my commentary. You guys can watch the rest if you like. Thank you guys for just tuning in, checking out a few minutes here and there. I've been checking out my analytics and of course my sub count is growing. Thank you guys so much for all of that. It's humbling. I really appreciate it. And you guys, the support is why I do this. The support is why this channel keeps going. Obviously, it's because of you guys. So thank you so much. Just checking out my content. I enjoy doing the boss fights a lot. I don't care what game it is. If I love the bosses, if they have some epic moments and, I get to show you guys how I got it done, even if I'm, not doing what everyone else is doing, I think I pride myself on that a little bit. I pride myself at being underleveled and, not necessarily using the quote unquote cheap ways to beat bosses. Like I like to get in there and just, do what I do. So yeah, that's pretty much it, you guys. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching and I will catch you in my next video. Peace.
れな。